In the spring of 1842, the Latter-day Saints in Nauvoo, Illinois, worked enthusiastically to build a temple in their city. The prophet Joseph Smith encouraged everyone to help. Men did the actual construction of the temple, and women eagerly sought ways to contribute as well. Sarah M. Kimball recounted, "The Nauvoo temple walls were about 3 feet high. Strong appeals were being made by the president of the church and others for help to forward the work. Miss Margaret Cook, one day in conversation with me on the subject of a recent appeal for provisions, clothing, bedding, and general supplies for the workmen and their families, remarked that she would be pleased to contribute needlework if it could be made available. I proffered material for her to make up and suggested that others might feel as we did. We then discussed the subject of organizing a sewing society, the object of which would be to aid in the erection of the temple. About a dozen of the neighboring sisters by invitation met in my home the following Thursday. In that era, it was a popular practice for women to form their own organizations, often with constitutions and bylaws, sets of rules to govern the organizations. The women who met at Sarah Kimball's home decided to establish a constitution and bylaws, and Eliza R. Snow accepted the responsibility to write them. Then the women asked Joseph Smith to review them and give his opinion of them. After the prophet had read them, he said they were the best he had ever seen. But, he said, "This is not what you want. Tell the sisters their offering is accepted of the Lord, and he has something better for them than a written constitution. I invite them all to meet with me and a few of the brethren next Thursday afternoon, and I will organize the women under the priesthood after the pattern of the priesthood." That next Thursday, on March 17, 1842, 20 women assembled on the upper floor of a building often called the Red Brick Store, where Joseph Smith had an office and a business to support his family. They met under the direction of Joseph Smith and 2 members of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, Elders John Taylor and Willard Richards. Rather than pattern a Latter-day Saint women's organization after the women's societies that were prevalent and popular at that time, the prophet Joseph Smith organized them in a divinely inspired and authorized manner. Early in the meeting, he told the sisters that they were to encourage the brethren to good works in looking to the wants of the poor, searching after objects of charity and administering to their wants, to assist by correcting the morals and strengthening the virtues of the female community.